Destination Station, your number one station in the nation. As always, I'm Destin. This is game and movie talk for the week. It's Friday. We have a video from last week. We were having some complications with audio and video and all that kind of thing, uploading it. So that should be up shortly. So watch that video before you watch this one. I'll leave a link in the description. First up is I'm Destin. This is
Martin.
And first up is Game Talk. We're going to talk about games before we get to movies. Last time we talked about movies first, so we're going to give the floor to Martin.
Yeah, there ain't really too much that has gone on in games. I mean, you've got Kingdom Come Deliverance just released. I was excited for this game when I first saw stuff about it. It looked awesome. I'm a Skyrim fan. This reminded me of that, but with more realistic and historical aspects instead of the magic and stuff. So I was really excited.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look too great. I mean, it's got some jankiness to it, some bugs, some glitches. I'm gonna hold off until either they patch it or it goes on sale.
Yeah.
It's just, I've seen some issues with it. I've seen people complaining about it, certain aspects, and that turned me off. And I'm not gonna spend $60 on a game that's got that many problems.
Right. I agree, man. I think you're making the right choice for a game like that because you don't know what you're getting into. And already hearing negative things about it before even purchasing it. I was interested in it too. Seen some gameplay footage on it. Looks fun. I love the idea behind it, but the execution might not be where it's at. That's the problem, is the execution of the game.
It's a relatively unknown studio, and they went balls deep in some big game, and I think they bit off a little bit more than they could chew on certain aspects of it. Still an awesome looking game. Graphics are gorgeous. I mean, the story, from what I've heard, is amazing. But they need to fix those technical issues. I'm not going to invest my money in a game that has that many issues.
Especially whenever we got games that are already out that do it better, that do it next to perfect. So
I mean, similar games. I mean, with fantasy, obviously this is historical accuracy. You're trying to be historical accurate as possible, but you've got Witcher and Skyrim that both do it better. And I mean, Skyrim is really good. Witcher is fantastic.
Right.
Witcher is probably the best kind of medieval styles game. So why go play that when I could be like, this is alright, but this game does it better. Yeah,
it's kind of cool that games are doing like historical stuff. I know Assassin's Creed kind of dabbles in it a little bit. Actually,
they just released their historical one.
Yeah, the Pyramid Walk or whatever. Like I think it's like free roam or something where you're not battling or anything. You're just kind of like, you're taking the guide through Egypt and you're going from pyramid to pyramid and learning about the culture and learning about how mummies are made.
And it gives you historical facts and all that stuff.
Right. No fighting, no violence or nothing. And they actually did a test after some people that did that, and then they gave them a test afterwards. And basically they learned more from that game than they would have in class.
Well, it's more interactive. I mean, you're putting learning into a game environment. And
it's a cool feature.
Yeah, I mean, kids are going to gravitate more towards that because gaming community nowadays is huge. Most kids know what a game is, whether it's a mobile phone, a tablet, or a console, or a computer. They play games.
Yeah.
And I mean, right now, most of your educational stuff is going to be some little mobile app on your phone. I mean, you can get some little quirky mobile thing, or some mobile, or some educational stuff on your computer. They don't have anything for consoles really that's educational. Now you've got this.
See, it'd be kind of cool if like more games take on this approach because I really like it. At first I was like, I don't think I'd ever do that. But you know what? If it's an option, that's awesome. Because
for the kids, man.
Right. I know that some people that if you don't go the certain path that it wants you to go, that it'll say, hey, return back to the area or whatever. So you're kind of like on this structure of just taking this path and doing this and then going to this pyramid and going to that pyramid and learning about the Sphinx and all that kind of stuff. And Assassin's Creed Origins is the best Assassin's Creed since Black Flag or before. It's phenomenal. If you haven't played Assassin's Creed Origins, and if you ain't a big fan of, if you got burned out with Assassin's Creed and jumped off a long time ago, give this one a shot because I'm telling you, you're gonna be very surprised of how well the gameplay, the story.
Well, it's also good to point out if you already own the game, this is free.
Right. It's a free update.
But if you don't own Assassin's Creed, they are selling this separately as well as a $29.99.
Yeah.
US.
Yeah.
But you can buy this if certain parents just want the educational side and they don't want the violent side, there's still that option. You can buy just this and not the full game. But I mean, just spend the $60 and get the full game, or go find it on sale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I would like to see more games take this kind of approach. Like let's talk about Call of Duty World War II. If they took an approach where it's like a more educational approach of like learning about World War II.
Give me this little side thing where I get these facts. I get the specific, this general, that general, this happened, You let me know some of the historical facts behind your decisions or behind these aspects of the game.
Yeah.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah. I really like the idea. I hope Assassin's Creed's starting something that's going to take off, that's going to, other games will kind of follow by. Because, I mean, that's kind of what we see in this business, is that someone does something and then you see someone try to mimic it or make it better or put their own spin on it. So I hope we see that with more games. I really do.
Let's see, back to the Kingdom Come Deliverance. I did look at some of the numbers. So far, it sold about 500,000, about 100,000 or so retail. At the time of my checking, 300,000 on Steam. Doesn't really give much with the console stuff, but I mean, I guess for a smaller developer, that's good. But for a bigger budget game, 500,000 isn't the greatest, but still, I mean, for a smaller unknown company, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I can't stop playing Monster Hunter, so even if I did buy the game, I would still be on there hunting me some monsters. So, and that has hit 6 million units shipped/sold. So,
which I saw on the Xbox Live Store this morning that that Evolve is on sale for like $13.
I'm surprised that's still going. Like, I'm surprised.
Wasn't it free 1 month though?
Yeah.
Didn't we get it free 1 month?
Yeah, Games with Gold. And
Did we download that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so we got it. Okay. So
yeah, well, we bought it when it came out and ended up trading it in because it wasn't.
Played that shit for like 2 weeks, and we were kind of like, all right, we're done.
And then we got it free 2 years later.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised the servers aren't shut down on that game.
They should.
Honestly,
they just need to do another Left 4 Dead. They tried that great attempt. Just it didn't work. It didn't work. I wasn't a fan.
I mean, it was the whole thing about it. Their sales pitch, all of that, in theory, was amazing.
Yeah.
The whole hunters versus the one monster. You can be the monster or you can be one of the 4 hunters, but then just their application on it.
Yeah.
The execution wasn't the greatest.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter though, phenomenal. But I do like a Monster Hunter.
I need to try it out again.
Yeah, you don't play a monster, You and up to 3 other people can go against these monsters.
Me and you, we've had this conversation, and maybe people can relate to this, is that my style game is different than his style game. We do like a lot of the same games, but there's certain things that he likes as far as like Destiny. I like some of Destiny, but like as far as like Monster Hunter World and like Final Fantasy, like these Japanesey type feel games, it's kind of like I was playing Monster Hunter. I like it. I like what they've created here. It's cool. It's for someone. I just don't feel like it's for me.
Yeah.
I'm not the target audience because
I
like
like a
more
little bit of that cartooniness and just that Japanese feel.
I like more of a realistic type.
Your AI partner's a cat.
Yeah. And then like there's a part.
Cartoony cat.
There's like things that was throwing me off. Like at the beginning. You start, and the first 30 minutes of the game, it's like you're running, taking a few steps, and it's cutting to something like happening. And then you're running, cutting to something happening. I'm like, what is going on? Like, it's just so jarring to me at first.
Yeah, and the actual gameplay of the game is nothing like that intro. Like that.
Right, it isn't, because I got past that. But I was following that girl. The girl you follow at the beginning, and you're trying to get to that base or whatever. And she was just like, oh, it's this way. And then, like, out of nowhere, she goes, and I was like, what is she laughing at? Like, it's anime type stuff, and I'm not bashing on Japanese culture or games, movies, anime, any of that stuff. Like, all that stuff's cool.
It's just not your cup of tea.
It's just not my cup of tea, and I see why people like it because I got a lot of friends that like that kind of stuff. I got friends that draw anime, but I can't relate to it because I guess I never grew up admiring these type of things. So. But I
love it.
I do appreciate.
I love it. I cannot stop playing Monster Hunter.
And I've heard a lot of people say that.
I love it. It is that grind is there.
You just gotta know who you are.
Yeah.
Who are
Destiny 2
you?
left a void because I was hoping it would be like Destiny 1. I played 1,000, 1,500 hours of Destiny 1. I was hoping Destiny 2 would feel that. Destiny 2 just kind of disappointed me, left me hanging.
Yeah.
Got Monster Hunter. Oh, that's my grindhouse right there. I play it nonstop. If you do like that loop grind, you do like crafting, grabbing stuff, killing monsters. It's like boss fight after boss fight. It's a great game.
Yeah.
It is worth it.
Yeah.
If you are a Destiny style player or you feel like you were let down by Destiny, give Monster Hunter a try. It's got the same kind of hook.
Doesn't Destiny have something coming out soon, or has it already came out?
It comes out in May. Ghost of when was it? Gods of Mars.
Gods of Mars.
Gods of Mars.
I don't know.
But they said it comes out about in May. I mean, you do have Crimson Days coming out for Valentine's Day, which is now, at the time of us recording, has already started. It's some little free seasonal thing like they did with the Dawning. I'm hoping they do it better than the Dawning. The Dawning was just another attempt to cash grab, and you spend money at the Eververse. I hadn't even tried Crimson Days yet. Until they fix some of this stuff, I don't even want to go back to the game.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
then we got PUBG, some PUBG news.
PUBG.
Apparently, all the millions of, million people, or over 1 million people got banned for cheating, using cheating
China.
apps and stuff. Yeah, 99% of those people were in China. Yeah, 1 million banned in January. 1 million users of PUBG. This is PC, not
Was
the
that
Xbox.
purposefully, or was that an accident?
What?
Why they got banned? Was there a reason why they got banned, or was it just a mishap?
No, they were cheating.
Oh,
Like,
they were cheating.
using
Okay.
cheating apps and cheating websites and cheating programs that helped them cheat at the game. But then they did some research into the 1 million people that got banned in January, and 99% of them were all in China. It's a big cheating issue over there, and what they're doing is they're cheating so they can get these high-end stuff and high-end gear. And somehow, I haven't played it on PC. I played it on Xbox. It is fun, janky, glitchy, but it's still fun.
It's still in preview mode. It's game preview.
Yep.
Like Ark or something like
Well,
Conan.
Art's a full
Well,
release
now it's a full release, but I'm saying like it's still in
Yeah.
game preview for console.
But I guess they're going on there and they're doing this kind of cheating and different stuff to get some of the high, rare gear or loot and trying to resell it or some way of reselling this stuff to other people. But it's just a huge thing with the cheating. And they've been banning them, and then some people are getting unrightfully banned because they're using apps or programs that help with the game. Because some people use these add-ons to PC games that help, but it's not cheating. It's just
A boost.
certain stuff, to kind of help you out and stuff. And so some people unrightfully got banned. They're fixing it. Those people aren't permanently banned. They are going by case-by-case basis.
I would like to see more of and this goes for PUBG and Fortnite, because you're kind of one or the other, or maybe you like both. I don't discriminate. I like both for what they are. I do find myself more enjoying Fortnite than I
Fortnite
do
runs
PUBG.
a lot better.
It does run a lot better, and it's got more fun gameplay,
Yeah.
and it's just,
I mean,
even though it's cartoony.
Yeah, PUBG's more
It's-
realistic. It's got more vehicles, bigger map.
Right.
But Fortnite,
Yeah.
servers are steady.
Yeah.
There's no real lag, no real glitchiness. Nothing's just randomly popping in. I'm not getting stuck in a couch for 5 minutes trying to get out like I do in PUBG.
Yeah.
You're good to go when you play that game.
Yeah. PUBG's fun. Fortnite's fun. But what I would like to see is more of a leveling system with playing. I feel like that, you basically start out with nothing on both games, and you got to find everything. I know that's the point of the game, but as far as I know some
Character
cosmetic.
progression, all you get is cosmetics, shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, and PUBG just let you know if you did have it before a certain date, like if you got it when it came out or you got it around Christmas time or a little after, they have given all players on Xbox 30,000 points to buy their loot boxes. And you know what? I spent 10,000 of that the other day. Got nothing but damn shirts. I got me 6 fucking shirts and that's all I've gotten. It's like
Loot boxes are coming back to.
I mean, at least you don't have to pay for, real currency for these. It's in-game currency. But fix your RNG.
Yeah.
You gave me nothing but shirts. I spent 10,000 of them. I mean, yes, you gave it to me. It was free money. But you gave me 6 shirts.
A lot of duplicates. Even
I didn't get duplicates. I just got shitty shirts. No pants.
Yeah.
No gloves. No boots. No hats. Shirts.
See,
Literally.
I wish
That's it.
for PUBG or something like that. You know how you get the backpacks level 1, level 2, level 3. At least level me up as far as the backpacks. and certain boots or certain, you know, armor like that. But as far as the guns, we still have to search for all the guns.
Well, even with the cosmetics, at least let me pick, because they do have, you know, it's random, but they do have like Wanderer and Biker and this different sets. Let me at least pick, I want a random roll at this set, or a random roll at that. Or set it up to where, alright, you want, here's a RNG, you know, here's a loot crate, you get a random shirt. Well, here's this loot crate, you get a random pair of pants. Like, set it up to where I can pick, alright, well, I've got 25 shirts now, thank you. Let me pick this loot crate that does pants or something else.
Yeah.
Because all you're giving me
I
is
see what you're
shirts,
saying.
and I'm
different crates for different apparel.
Or different sets, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, they do have it where, like, when you pick one up, I'll get a Wanderer pack or a motorcycle, you know, biker pack. It's like, well, let me pick.
I just think the accuracy, like, I know that in Fortnite they just fixed the accuracy, as in the game. It had an update. It was like 7.8, 7.85, something like that. And then you also got like some kind of crossbow. Was it like a gold
or crossbow into the game as well?
Yeah, something else. But as far as like aiming for PUBG on the console, I don't know how PC is because I'm not experienced with that. I have no experience with it. Heard it's great.
I've never touched it on PC.
But the aiming has got to they got to have a big update for the aiming, because as far as like tilting, like on Rainbow Six or something like that, you tilt, and I know it's smaller maps, but you're tilting, and it's accurate. I love Rainbow Six Siege.
Close quarter combat, and
but
PUBG
I'm like,
is almost impossible. Like, it is
PUBG,
like you spray and pray and you just hope you're shooting somebody.
Yeah.
Or like I'm thinking I should be aiming at the guy and then I'm not. I'm a little off. Or
it was me and another guy. I was down for a chicken dinner, and I'm talking about I had my sights on this dude, and I was tilting across a tree. Oh, my whole team's dead, and I'm just like da 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 da, and my fucking red dot is on the character.
But you shot the tree.
But the tree was marking up, and I was like, oh my god, like I could have won this, and because of this, he comes around the other side of the tree and heals me with a shotgun, and I'm like.
But yet it showed you clearing the tree, but it's you shooting the tree.
Right.
Yeah. Well, see, that's one thing that PUBG does is, you know, the bullet comes from where the barrel's at. So your sight, if you're that close to the tree, it's showing you clearing it by the sight, but your barrel's in the tree. What I've heard is Fortnite.
But there was a big distance, though.
But with Fortnite, where the bullets come from aren't actually the barrel of the gun. Well, even in third person, like, it's not the, like, they did something, and I know it's some fancy technical terms, but they did something to where the bullets are actually coming from your point of view. Like, it's not coming from the barrel of the gun, it's coming from where you're at, like, the point of aiming or something. Yeah, from, like, it's coming from, like, the center of the gun.
Gotcha.
There was some, I've read an article and there was, I can't remember where it was from, so I can't tell you, but there was something with, there's a lot of issues with that with PUBG players, because it kind of, the point of the shot is from the barrel, but whenever you're that close to an object, you see yourself clearing this object, but the bullet's coming from the barrel, so it's hitting it, and you don't notice it. People are having those issues, so Fortnite did it to where it's actually coming from where you're aiming from.
Right.
So whenever you're seeing that reticle, it's not coming from the barrel, it's coming from, like, actually where you're holding the gun.
Yeah, with one thing I would like to see in Fortnite, and I was talking to you about this earlier, is which is cool. I know it probably ain't never going to happen, but maybe in Fortnite 2 or whatever they decide to do with this game.
I can still implement on this one, because, I mean, say, you know,
I know what you're getting on. You got a mining tool, and you build stuff.
Maybe add a second tool, like a shovel.
Yeah,
you know, maybe you start.
And you could like mine tunnels, and you could build your own little
make
base
your own
underground.
little foxhole.
Yeah,
make a foxhole or make a tunnel. Yeah, you know, start digging a hole, so then like people could be running by, and they don't see that you've dug a hole here, and you can just pop your head up. Bah, bah, bah,
and what if you're like running across the ground, and you hear these chests, and you know you can hear the chests nearby. You got to find them either in the attic or the basement or wherever it might be. What if you hear it in the ground and you got to dig for it? You know, that would be, I mean, treasure.
And a
risk treasure chest.
Yep, and a risk reward.
Yeah.
You hear it, but you have to sit there and spend the time to dig for it while you're out in the open.
Yeah. You could actually use those chests to your advantage if they're underground. You could kind of like build a base down there, have a chest, and then bombard someone that comes and tries to get the chest, you know, because if they hear it and they see all these tunnels, they're going to run down there. I think it would be
Plus, then I could hit
really
somebody
cool.
in the face with a shovel. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the frying pan of PUBG, give us the shovel in Fortnite.
And the pickaxe.
And I do like the cartooniness and the zaniness of Fortnite.
I do too.
Like that. That's a draw for me.
I feel like it fits. It fits for the style of game. And you know, Red Dead Redemption 2, it's rumored, but it's probably going to happen because I know Call of Duty's talking about doing it. I haven't heard nothing else about it.
Dude, a Wild West Battlegrounds would be awesome. Run around with some
Cowboys,
6 shooters.
Would it be 100 players though? But how would they do how would they do as far as skydiving? Or coming onto the scene.
See, I wouldn't do the skydiving thing. Maybe, I don't know. See, that's
hot air balloon?
Yeah, they could do the hot air balloon. You, I guess, just kind of rappel down or something.
Yeah. But you can't like really pick where you're gonna land.
Yeah. See, that would be the issue there.
What about did they have? I know on Wild Wild West they had an air glider.
I mean, it's Rockstar. They could put some zaniness in with it. I mean, heck, you could do like Sea of Thieves and you start out shooting yourself out of a cannon. You know, you just, here's the map, you're in a cannon, and you just put your reticule on the map kind of where you're just going to get shot off in that general direction.
I really think I'm going to get Sea of Thieves because I really like what they're doing. Yeah. I know that's a whole nother topic, but yeah, I think that Sea of Thieves is a game that I could just chill and drink to.
Yeah. Have fun. Nothing serious. Have a blast. You die, so what?
Yeah.
You're having fun.
Yeah.
You're hanging out.
Yeah.
Now back.
And it's always something new.
Yeah. And it's got that same cartooniness of Fortnite. So it's you feel with.
What
I'm not saying it's still, you can still have some serious competition in Fortnite, but when you kind of have that art style and stuff, to me it relaxes me more. I don't feel so serious. So I've got to do this. So pissed off when I die. I'm like, oh, okay, well. Right. Oh, let's go on to the next match. Well,
here's the thing I think about cartoon style. Like, some of it I like, okay, as far as like Sunset Overdrive, great. I think that's fun. I think it's a fun little setting. I think it's cool what they did with it.
One of my all-time favorites is Borderlands, and that is all kind of cel-shaded cartooniness.
I wish I would have got more into
Borderlands. Borderlands.
But you got to think about it like this: with cartoony graphics like this, they last longer. Especially if you want a game to last and last and last.
Look at Mario.
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah, how we doing? We're back. We had to take a little short break, a little bathroom break.
Sorry about the little sudden cut. Had to get some baby beers.
Yeah, get us a few more rounds.
I made a mistake. Just gonna throw this in here real quick. Made a mistake. I saw at the store last night. I said, 24 pack of Bud Light for $9.99. Damn, you can't beat that deal. Come home, find out it's these little 8-ounce cans. I'm like, shit. So it's all right.
It's still Bud Light.
Yeah.
Still good.
Yeah.
But back to, we'll finish this PUBG news up real quick. They have released, sales have now hit 30 million copies of PUBG sold, but PC player base has been dropping. The daily active player base is on a steady decline. Every day more people or less people are playing it concurrently. It's just slowly.
On console or overall?
PC.
PC.
Yeah, on PC. And they're trying to contribute that to the cheaters and all this stuff. They're having that rampant issues. Even with over 1 million people being banned, there's still a lot of cheaters, and they think that's why people are leaving. But as PUBG's player base right here starts going down, apparently Fortnite's is going up.
And it's free.
Yes, and it's free to play. And it says it has Fortnite has now beat PUBG's concurrent player record by over 200,000 players.
Yeah.
So PUBG set this concurrent player record. Fortnite does now beat it.
PUBG's going to have to do something.
One coming to the other because all these cheaters, all this jankiness, all this glitching, people are now going to Fortnite, and it's free.
It's like either play it on PC or play Fortnite on console. I mean, you can play PUBG on console. A lot of people do, but I just think until they fix it a little bit, that was the thing that kept me away from Ark. I think Ark's a great idea. I think it's fun. I think it's not fully fleshed out.
No. But
it's
janky,
buggy.
glitchy.
It does look a lot better now than it used to, but still, there's something about it that is jarring. Mm-hmm. Same thing with PUBG. Not as bad as PUBG. PUBG's more simpler, more simple. But like, I just think that I think that PUBG either needs to release that second map that they got on PC.
Yeah,
they got to release
where is
something.
That? Where is that map?
Yeah,
like where is this?
They better give it to them for free. If you got Fortnite over here giving Battle Royale mode for free.
Yeah.
And then you got to pay $30-$40. How much is it? $39 or $29? It's one or the other.
35, I think.
It's 30
to $40.
30 something plus tax, whatever. And you got to pay for that, but you don't even get the full base game because you don't have the second map, and you got the jankiness of it. So go ahead and release that new map as soon as possible, but give it free. If they say, hey, you got to buy this,
it should be
for
free. I
15
think
bucks
with
or
PC
10
players,
bucks.
it came for free, so it should be for free for Xbox players.
Yeah.
And also, on this little side note with Fortnite, if you are a player, you are loving it, show that developer some support. I mean, if you put 20 hours in on the game that's free, go spend $5 or $10 on some of the stuff that they sell. You know, I mean, you show them the way you get to keep playing that free game is to buy something.
I would really like, and hear me out for just a second, and this is what I thought I was getting with Fortnite, and I was kind of disappointed, kind of fell off from it until the Battle Royale mode came out. Love it now. Art style, but Fortnite. You're still building your fort and everything, and if you're on my server, you're building your fort and all that kind of stuff. You kind of pick the server like you do on Ark, and then you kind of build within that world. Like, we can either team up, join each other's tribe.
Tribe,
yeah. But we're building our forts and we're steadily...
Community versus community.
Yeah. But the base game is like a structural, like, objectives you have to do instead of just
they do have the PvE one that you do have to pay for right now. They said it will eventually be free to play. But you do pay for it for early access. But they do have that PvE style, and that is still a fun experience. That is a good game. So I mean, I do really like that mode. It is really fun to play. I mean, Epic has done a good job.
At least download the free Battle Royale mode. You can't go wrong. It's fun.
If you love PUBG, try this out because it runs a hell of a lot smoother.
Yep.
No jankiness, no glitchiness. Yes, it's got some cartooniness, but I think that works in its favor. I say play Fortnite until PUBG gets their shit together. Boom. Yep. And then PUBG on console, you get to the end of the map. Most of the time they're trying to fix it, but you still run into the issues. Every time I play, everybody's in a vehicle. They just ride around in circles trying to run over other people, or until the map just gets so small, then they jump out and shoot. There's no vehicles in Fortnite. Yeah. People can't do that crap. Yeah, that's one thing I would like to see in Fortnite is a couple of vehicles. Not really. I mean, like, I don't think it really needs it, but it would be fun to have. The map size is a tad bit smaller how they do it. Maybe like some mopeds or something like a moped, goofy. Yeah, like some little goofy electric scooter. like electric scooter. Electric skateboard. Something that just gets you around just a little bit quicker. You don't need a car or an armored truck or anything like that. Just give me something that Heelys. Yeah, give me some. Give me a fucking skateboard, a motorized skateboard. Give me some electric Heelys and just ride around. Yeah. You know what? I was thinking about this the other day. I don't know. I was like, man, what would I want to play right now? Man, I want to play. What's that game? I just mentioned it earlier. The other cartoony game. Sea of Thieves? No, the other one. South Park? Nope. Damn, I can't think of it. It's Sunset Overdrive. Yeah. But Battle Royale mode. Think about that. You're grinding on stuff. You're jumping around. In an open world city. Yeah. See, that would be cool because there's so many buildings, so many alleyways, roads. Plus, you're doing all that grinding. You don't have a vehicle, but you're grinding and you're kind of going faster. See, that's what. See, you hit a good point. This Battle Royale fad that's going on, all this stuff, people thinking about this way or that way. Man, just think if you did like say GTA Battle Royale, but you're in that whole city. I mean, there's so much. Well, if you really think about it, they kind of started it a long time ago. But there's that whole verticality. You got all the buildings, which you can't really climb them and grab it all like you can in Sunset Overdrive. But add that kind of shit because there's so much. When I play PUBG, there's so much nothingness. There's in Fortnite, same thing. You run around a lot of fields, stuff like that. Like, put me in a huge piece of a city with multiple buildings, ways for me to get up to multiple levels. Yep. Like, make it more dense. Right. So the map doesn't have to be as big because instead of making it X wide, you're making it X tall. Like, you're giving me more options. And still, Grand Theft Auto 5 is making bank. Yeah. Just by the shark cards, the shark Division, shit. I'm like, geez, I'm shocked Division hasn't done that. They got their survival mode and stuff, but just think if they did like Division, like Battle Royale in the Dark Zone. They're not gonna. I mean, what if they even had GTA 6 almost freaking done? But they're like, man, we're not gonna
pump out GTA 6 right now because GTA 5 is still banking like crazy.
No, and they didn't even release Red Dead yet. You know, they just delayed it. It's gonna be next gen before we see Grand Theft Auto 6.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
You really think so?
Yeah, it's gonna be next.
I think it's gonna be kind of like GTA 5.
Or they'll
how
release
it's gonna be the end.
Yeah, they'll release it at the very end of the cycle.
360's GTA 5 was like a preview mode, basically.
They're the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they'll release it right at the end of this cycle, so they get you to double buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much what they did. I bought it for 360, then I traded all my shit in, and then I bought it again for Xbox One.
Yeah. That was like one of the first games I bought. That and
Then
Rise,
I traded it in, and then I bought it again.
Yeah.
So
We're suckers.
Yeah.
We're dumb consumers.
Yep, that's why I buy digital now, so I don't make dumb, drunk decisions and trade in games. Digital, what you buy it, you keep it.
You can be a consumer, but always be a creator. I'm gonna have that on a t-shirt. All right, on to the next one.
All right, next thing, real quick, I'm just gonna go run through this other stuff real fast. If you're a PlayStation owner, you've been curious into VR, they are doing this discount right now. It's lasting, I believe it's February 18th to March 3rd. The base, just the headset, goes down from $300 to $200. $100 discount. You still need move controllers, camera. I don't think that comes with it. Doom VR bundle was $400, now $300, and it comes with the headset, the camera, and the game, but no move controllers. But you can still use your PlayStation 4, controller to play. I don't know how. I haven't played Doom 4 VR or Doom 4. I haven't played Doom VR, but Doom is a fantastic game. I've got it on my Xbox One. I love that game.
It is fun. It is a lot of fun.
But with VR, I mean, heck, even if you're curious about it, like I said, it was $400. It's now $300, and for $300, you get Doom and VR. You get the headset and the camera. Now, if you want to go up a little bit more, we've got now, it was $450, now it's $350 Skyrim bundle with the headset, the camera, the move controllers, Skyrim in VR, and all the DLC with Skyrim, all in one big bundle for $350.
Did mine come with all the DLC?
It should have.
It probably did.
Yeah,
I bought Skyrim VR.
I think the Skyrim VR comes with all that, but
okay.
That was just one of their selling points. That hey, you get all this DLC too. But
yeah.
But if you look at the prices real quick, I mean, if the base headset was $300, well, for $50 more, right now you get headset, camera, move controllers, and Skyrim for $350.
Okay.
So if you've got it, this might, and you've been wondering about it. I mean, $350 is still a huge chunk of money. You can go buy a whole console with that, but at the same time, if you're interested, go and get it.
PlayStation VR is fun. You gotta know who you are. Also,
it's not for everybody.
I like it. It's more of an experience thing. But it's not. If you have a busy lifestyle, you got a lot of people in the house. It's hard for me to even I forget I even have the VR because I don't have alone time enough because I got family, I got wife, I got all things going on, I got job.
Kids, you can't exclude yourself with a headset and headphones and put your thing on your face and then you got your baby over there. Like you've gotta have your.
You gotta have some space. You gotta have some alone time.
And if you have assholes that try to scare you while you're on it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a fun thing to have. It definitely is. But just know who you are. If you like VR, then check it out.
And then I've just got there's that note, one more. I love Stardew Valley. I played the mess out of it when it hit Xbox One. Now it's on almost everything: PC, Xbox One, PS4, Switch. But they are releasing a multiplayer beta this spring. They are still working on making it a multiplayer game. I think that would make it even better. It was a fun little indie game that I put countless hours in, and I just got myself a Switch this last week. That's one of the games I'm seriously thinking about rebuying because I think it's perfect on the Switch. Mobile, portable. It's a great game. I love Stardew Valley. If you haven't seen anything on it, whatever, look it up, check it out. It's a great game. We got a Fae, little indie game where you play like a fox thing. Kind of had high hopes for it. It sounded cool. It looked cool. You get to talk to different animals in the forest, all that stuff. A game called Fae. It's a little indie game. I actually saw it on the Switch eShop last night, and it looked cool. And I've seen some stuff about it before release, but now that it's out, it's just okay. And it didn't knock the socks off like Celeste. There is this new game platformer called Celeste out, and that looks amazing. It's hitting. IGN gave it a 10. Everybody's raving about it. I have not tried it because it is one of those Super Meat Boy-esque platformers. It's super hard. You die a lot.
I've never heard of it.
Celeste, yeah, you're a girl, and the story is more of a heavy story. You're playing a girl that has depression, and you're trying to climb this mountain, and they say the mountain is her trying to overcome her depression.
Oh,
the mountain is her depression, and she's trying to overcome it.
Yes, platformer.
So it has more, platformer, but they also have like the normal, they have assist mode, so if it is too hard for you, you can turn on assist mode, and it helps you. But then they also have B-sides, like, it's like a B-side of a cassette. So the normal level is the A-side. Then you find these tapes where it makes it B-side, it makes it harder. So you kind of get to play the same level twice. So after you beat the game, you can go back to the B-sides. They got strawberries you can collect. I mean, it's like any platform, like Mario. You know, you beat it, but you still get to go back and play a harder version or whatever. But this is brutal hard, and I just tried Cuphead. Cuphead's fun. Graphics are freaking gorgeous. Amazing game, but I get frustrated too easy.
It's hard. It's
harder. I get too frustrated when I try the same thing 15 times and I keep dying and I keep cussing and I want to throw my controller. I gotta swap games. And Celeste looks like one of those games.
I think that's what kind of threw me off too, because I was kind of like, I was so frustrated. I was just kind of like, okay, I know I'm gonna die at this point, and I don't know how I'm gonna pass that.
Yeah.
I mean, it is like to the T. You have to have the right reflexes.
Well, Celeste, they say it's a little bit better than Cuphead because when you die, it's like die immediately respawn. Die, you don't have that load screen. But it's also that 8-bit style. So I don't know. I might check it out. There's another one that just came out called Owlboy. Came out this week. That is probably more my style. It's not as hard, slower pace, still a cool platformer. And then the last thing I've got on my gaming news here is Mafia 3's developer, the Hangar 13, Hangar 13. Stole my pen.
I'm thinking right now.
Yeah, gotcha.
Go ahead.
I was fidgeting with that. That was my fidget toy. I don't have those fidget spinners. I got that.
Here, put your hand on the table. I'll give you something to fidget with.
No.
Just kidding.
Alright, anyway, Mafia 3's developers, Hangar 13, has had some big layoffs. They have not released how many people have been laid off. It just says, quote unquote, significant number of staff and, quote unquote, large proportion of the staff.
Here's your fidget.
So, thank you. So, like I said, unknown how many have been laid off, but they have laid off a lot. And 2K just said that you know, they have to do it with heavy hearts, but they had to lay them off due to the direction they want that studio to go. So no telling what that next direction is. As I was reading articles about it, they did have some game in test and kind of, you know, pre-development that 2K canned. They didn't like it, and then now they have now laid off a large chunk of the staff. So don't know what's going to happen with them. Our best goes out for them. Hope they find jobs. It sucks when people lose jobs and get laid off. Let's hope 2K was good enough to give them some kind of severance package. I mean, there's people's families and stuff that are now in jeopardy.
I mean, they'll find,
give them the best.
They'll find another job somewhere else. They'll join another team on some other game.
Yeah, but it always sucks when you hear somebody losing their job. So, you know, prayers go out to them. Let's hope for the best. Hope they find.
It's not like the movie industry. I feel like it's like it happens often. It's kind of like, you know, a game can make or break this company.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And who knows? Maybe because of this, some of these people that have been laid off, who knows? They may make the next great indie studio. You don't know. This might have been the catalyst to start some new studio. But let's just hope for the best. Alright, now that is all I have for gaming news. You got anything?
I got a couple of gaming things, and then we're going to jump into movie talk. So just a couple things. I didn't want to interrupt you on any of it. But basically the reason why I took his fidget toy was Evil Within 2 this week had an update for first person view. I don't know if you played Evil Within or Evil Within 2. Great games. If you like survival horror type games like Resident Evil or something like that. But now Evil Within 2 gets closer to the new Resident Evil Biohazard with its first person view. I tried out a little bit of it. I played about maybe 2 hours of it like yesterday, actually the day before yesterday, and it's pretty good. It's the first person view. I don't know if it would be really cool if like with PS4 with them having the VR, if they do the first person view and they make it VR as well, just like Resident Evil Biohazard, I could see that happening. That would be a really cool update, or maybe they could like come out with another game like Resident Evil 2 VR, you know, or something like that. That would probably be their best.
Evil Within 2
that'd probably
VR.
be their best marketing strategy as far as if they want to make more money or something.
What do you mean Evil Within 2 VR?
Yeah.
I said Resident Evil 2.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Too many 8-ounce baby beers.
Well, I mean, heck, Evil Within's history comes from Resident Evil.
Evil Within 2, when it came out, I loved Evil Within. Hard as hell. You're gonna die 100, maybe plus times.
So that's also what turned me off to that game.
Yeah, and it was so hard. Evil Within 2 is a little bit easier. You do die some, but it's a little bit more open world. And I just something about like the stealth horror and crafting. You know, you do crafting and just something about it. I just love it. I'm a horror guy. If you're a subscriber to my channel, you know that. I mean, look at my background right now. So yeah, Evil Within 2 has I think it's like it's close to 8 gigs of an update for the first person view, but it's worth it. It's pretty cool and it's free. So get on that. Another thing is the game, Friday the 13th game, is adding weapon swapping. As far as like, you know, you got different Jasons you could play with every game you play. But now you used to always have to pick with whatever Jason that was from that movie. You got that weapon, whether it be a machete, a pickaxe,
Hatchet, whatever.
Yeah.
Is there a hatchet? I'm sure some of them has a hatchet.
I think one of them
has a hatchet.
One of them has a hatchet. One of them has like a sphere thing, like a
the little spear thing. Yeah,
spear.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, it's got that.
That's the one where
yeah,
he was supposed to stab her in the head.
Yeah.
He stabbed next to her, but he still killed her.
Yeah. There's still some jankiness to it, but it's still fun. It's still fun.
It does look pretty cool.
It's a really fun game. But yeah, now you can play as any Jason and you can swap which weapon you want. So that's really cool.
So you might like the spear that this one had, but you don't. You prefer the way this one looks or the strengths this one has. But now you can pick this one and take that dude's spear.
Because the only really difference is like whenever you grab someone, when you get a hold of someone and you pick whichever weapon kill that you want to do. That's the only difference. It doesn't really change the gameplay. It doesn't make you stronger than any of the other. It's just different kills, weapon kills, basically.
So you get tired of this one weapon, swap to another one.
Right. It's just weapon kills, which I think is awesome. So you can kind of, it's getting closer to that point to where you can create your own type of Jason. What kind of killer do you want Jason to be? And I think that's where they're going to go.
It gets to the time where you can pick the clothes of this Jason, the mask of this other Jason, like actually customize your own Jason.
It might be going that route. I don't know. Several things.
I like the jacket and stuff of this Jason, but I wanted to have the bag of the other Jason, and not the hockey mask.
Sackhead Jason is awesome, and he runs, so it's badass.
It'd be cool to mix and match. Like I said, make your own Jason.
Right.
Mix and match the different pieces.
Right. So yeah, that's what's going on with Friday the 13th right now. They do have the single player. I know they have the virtual cavern out right now. That's kind of a hard puzzle to come up with. I had to watch some shit on YouTube to figure out how to finish that, which was pretty cool. And basically, we got the view, and I think I mentioned in our last video that Uber Jason from Jason X.
Yeah.
And we don't know if it's going to be in first person, if they're going to make the characters in first person on the Grendel spaceship, or are they going to keep it the way it is now? Who knows?
That'd be curious because there's not a whole lot of. I mean,
yeah.
I never
Think
really
about being on
watched
a spaceship though. How are we going to be running around like we are on a? I think it
You're
would be
in close quarters. I mean, there's not.
I think first person's probably the best way to go on that. But it's cool. We're getting a Jason X. We're getting the Uber Jason.
I never did watch that movie.
You never saw Jason X? It's a good guilty pleasure, man.
Yeah, I just heard most people say it sucks, so I never watched it.
It's if you're looking at it as far as like, is this a good movie? No, it's not. Do you like the kills? Do you like how bizarre it is? Okay, you can find some enjoyment. If you enjoy Friday the 13th movies, you're going to enjoy it definitely. I didn't like it at first either. I'm not the biggest Jason fan, but the game, I think the game's awesome.
Yeah. It's still cool to have.
And I hope this opens the door for more horror
games. The more they add, the better.
Yep. So another thing I wanted to
real quick on that, it'd be nice if they could get a Freddy versus Jason style now.
That would be awesome.
I mean, because right now one person plays as Jason, and then the rest are the campers. Well, now come out with a mode where one person plays as Jason, one person plays as Freddy, and the rest play as
So you're killing the counselors. Also, you got to kill each other by the end.
Yep.
That would be badass.
So like you're either getting killed by you can get killed by Jason, you can get killed by Freddy, but they're also trying to kill each other as well.
Yeah.
So now
and what if there's like you know how you got
a three-way?
You know how you got like a stamina meter for the counselors? Like if they run too much or whatever? What if they had like a thing to where like you had to find like certain energy drinks and coffees to keep yourself awake?
Mm-hmm.
And you had this meter that was like almost making them fall asleep. Mm-hmm. And if they met that, they would go into like Freddy's world.
Yep.
That would be
or
fucking
that makes
dope.
Freddy stronger against that person.
Right.
Just to add that extra layer.
And you had to figure out how to bring Freddy out of the dream world into the game.
Just like a
like
triple,
in the movie.
maybe even just triple threat. Like you just got Jason, Freddy, campers.
Yeah.
Boom. Like now you've got, if you're a camper, you've got another person to worry about besides just Jason. But now since you're Jason, you got to worry about trying to kill the campers, and you've got Freddy kind of hunting you and hunting your campers.
That might be the name of this video, Freddy vs. Jason video game. Just to get people to click on it.
That just make a cool extra mode.
Oh yeah.
Add that extra layer of depth.
Yeah. Yeah. But also with Friday the 13th, they got with the single player mode, they have a more stealth mode, and you can see it. I'll leave a link in the description. As far as the, it's kind of like a Hitman approach as far as video game aspect is. Like the gameplay footage that we see is two guys, and I think it's Chad and it's one of the other characters, and they're like trying to get to a party, and they broke down the side of the road, and their car hood's open and they're flat tire or something, and Jason's in the woods. You're Jason, and you're basically trying to figure out how you're going to take these two characters out and get the most points for it without getting detected or something. But kind of like Hitman does, you know. Like one's like, oh well, I'm gonna fix on the car, and the other one's like, oh well, I gotta go piss. So he wanders off into the woods.
Sure.
You sneak up behind him while he's peeing, and you kill him. You throw him onto like a tree limb or something. And then the other guy was fixing the car underneath the car, and he pulls out the jack from the car, and the car lands on the dude's head. And dude, it just looks awesome. And if they can integrate that into the multiplayer, that would be awesome. I know it's a stretch. I'm just glad we're getting more and more content with this game. And this game is amazing. I can't give enough praise for it. I know that it had a rough start. I've been on it since it came out last May.
Community's strong on it, man.
It's constantly growing, kind of like Rainbow Six Siege.
Community is strong.
It is constantly growing. So if you fell off a long time ago, I know I said it last video, I highly recommend it. Just give it another try.
There's another guy that
it does have its problems with, as far as like if you kill, like if somebody is the host and you kill the host first and he dies too quick, there are certain douchebags that will just leave the game and ruin it for everybody. They don't have host migration. So that's one thing I wish they did, but they did come out and say, hey, it's gonna be too much work. I don't think we're gonna do host migration. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, which sucks. That's the only thing that I wish that they could fix. Everything else, I think that they're doing a great job for them to be an indie. Gun Media, I think that's their name.
I mean, community is getting bigger and bigger every day. I mean, there's one guy that I've looked up to, a podcaster and stuff, Greg Miller, kind of funny. He raves about this game all the time.
Yep.
And he's a guy that was not a multiplayer person a year ago.
Yeah.
And thanks to Friday the 13th and Destiny and now Monster Hunter,
it's different.
It helped open his eyes.
It's different. It's not the same old multiplayer we play every year.
Yeah.
All right. On to movie news. We're done with games. I hope you enjoyed that. I don't know where we're at right now, but we have some Halloween 2018 update. That's all we know that the title of the movie is. We don't know what the actual name is, Halloween 2, because all we know is this is taking place directly after the original Halloween, John Carpenter's Halloween from 1978. I don't know what year it's going to take place. If it's going to, I know that they're changing the ending to Halloween of John Carpenter's Halloween, where Dr. Loomis shoots him out the window, shoots Michael Myers.
Jamie Lee Curtis gonna be in this one?
Yes.
Well, she was in the first one.
She was in the first one, yes.
Alright,
Yes.
well, she's like way
Older.
super old
Right.
now.
They've
compared to
done.
then.
They've
Are they
done.
gonna do Michael Douglas style like an Ant-Man? Like,
Make her younger.
nah.
I don't know. I hope they don't. I hope
Well,
they
I
don't.
mean, at least in Ant-Man, when they did the Michael Douglas part,
Yeah.
he looked really good.
Yeah.
Tron, terrible.
Yeah.
Jeff Bridges and Tron, that looked
Yeah.
bad. But Ant-Man, they did a good job.
Or even Robert Downey Jr. in Civil War.
Yeah.
They did a flashback of that.
Justice League, terrible. Henry Cavill on that one. Don't do CGI like him either.
Yeah, his
But-
upper lip. But basically, we've seen some photos. Basically, okay. Well, basically, I don't know if you know, because I know you're not the biggest horror nut as I am.
Definitely.
It's taking place directly after Halloween from 1978. The ending of that film was Dr. Loomis comes, saves the day, shoots Michael out the balcony window, and basically Michael is missing. Halloween 2 picks up that same night. Jamie Lee Curtis going to the hospital, and Michael's trying to make his way there. And the original Halloween, they never mentioned that they were brother and sister. A lot of people don't know that. They never mentioned they were brother and sister until the second film. It was kind of like shoehorned in there, like, yeah, well, it's his sister. So they took that approach for the rest of the films. They're doing away with the brother and sister aspect. They're changing the ending to 1978. I hope that they do it right. I don't know how they're going to do Dr. Loomis's character, because he's dead. Donald Pleasance is dead. They shoot. I don't know if he's going to be shot out the window like he was in the original or what. But basically, what is said is that Michael Myers gets apprehended and gets incarcerated. He gets incarcerated and he breaks out or something. So I don't know if it's years later where Jamie Lee Curtis is older, like in H2O. We've done this with Josh Hartnett and all that kind of shit. We've seen some set photos where where Jamie Lee Curtis, I like one photo, she was like in her original clothes from the first film, and she was looking damn good for her age, you know, like she had shorter hair and stuff. She looked stylish. But now we've seen some updated photos, and I'll leave those in the link description or in this video or whatever. She has like this long gray hair, and it's kind of out, and it kind of reminded me of her look from Halloween Resurrection, a movie that everybody hates, and so I don't know, like, I know they're forgetting all the sequels, but she kind of looks that way. So I don't know if Jamie Lee Curtis is going to play more of a Dr. Loomis character, if she's only going to have a cameo in it. I don't know. But all I know is that recently it said that she has wrapped filming on the film. I don't know how far they are into the movie, but I hear them. Let's pause it right there for a second. Let me go check on it first. Okay, sorry for the quick cut again. So yeah, we don't know if we're gonna get a character where Jamie Lee Curtis is taking a Dr. Loomis role or what. But basically, this new set photo or whatever of her with her long hair, it kind of reminds me of Halloween Resurrection a little bit. Just her look. But we also got another set photo of Nick Castle taking a picture. Well, we got a couple of photos, and they keep on uploading photos. They're teasing the audience so much and the fans of this. They show a picture of Nick Castle's hand. It's all like bruised up and wrinkled and kind of burnt looking and stuff. Kind of like the way Michael Myers looked. His hands looked in Halloween 1 and 2. I would say more in 2. He kind of looked just real dirty and bruised. And then they showed a picture of he basically took a picture of himself with, it's like a shadow. You can see like the mask and the shadow figure on the wall, but it's right next to like this makeup mirror that's kind of like, it looks exactly like the one from the original 1978 where he killed his sister. It looks totally identical. I need to go back and watch the movie. I don't know if that's right, or if they're trying to give an homage, or if they're doing a flashback scene. I don't know what they're doing here, but I just know that they're changing it to where he's getting apprehended at the end. He breaks out. Jamie Lee Curtis now has a daughter, not a son like in H2O with Josh Hartnett. That never happened. And this is basically supposed to be the end of John Carpenter's vision. This is going to be the end of his story because he wasn't a fan of Halloween 2 that much. So
he didn't like the direction they took.
Yeah,
so
I mean, he didn't hate it, but he said that, you know,
this
like,
is going back to more his, like, maybe more what he would have.
And David Gordon Green's doing this. He's the guy who did Pineapple Express. You know, he did. He's one of the creators, or the main creator on Vice Principals. You know,
Let's just hope they don't go too.
I don't think they're going comedy.
Corny, yeah.
I don't think. I think they said there is going to be some funny moments in it, but it's horror. It's straight up.
What's the one with the? Was it the Freddy versus Jason, or was it?
It's not gonna be like that.
Well, one of the Freddy ones where you got that like dopey pothead dude that sees the freaking
creature
worm
thing, the Jay and Silent Bob ripoff. Yeah.
Don't add that kind of crap in it,
yeah.
please.
So I don't know, but all I know is Jamie Lee Curtis is officially wrapped on filming with the Halloween 2018. We're getting a Halloween movie this year. We are getting a Halloween movie this year, and I hope this is the uprising. I hope this is.
But would you say it seems
spark.
pretty quick?
It's pretty quick for her to be done because they just started on filming it last month.
She's already finished.
And she's done. So I don't know. What, is she gonna get killed off? Is she just in a flashback scene? Is she gonna have? Did she sign on and say, hey, I want to do all my scenes in 1 month? I have no idea. We don't know much about it until we see a trailer. We see more stuff come out about it. Honestly, to me, I don't want to see anything else about this movie. I do, but I don't.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, I can't wait to see this. Oh, let me see this. But I feel like I'm going to spoil myself before the movie comes out if I keep watching stuff and looking at stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, that's what's going on. So I don't know if Jamie Lee Curtis is going to have that much of a significant. She'll have a significant role, but I don't know if her screen time.
Yeah,
I don't know if she's going to have a lot
of screen time.
Yeah, who knows? So yeah, there's that. Moving on from Halloween, there'll be more updates on Halloween next week and every week after that because there's steadily stuff dropping for Halloween. Next is Black Panthers. Right now it's on the track to sell 25.2 million. On Thursday night is preview night. It's third place?
Second.
It's second place.
Yep, second place. It was the second highest preview night for a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically it's right behind Captain America: Civil War.
Right ahead.
It's right ahead.
Yeah. Civil War did, what was it,
25 million?
25 million, so it barely beat Civil War.
Okay.
It beat it by 0.2 million, so 200,000.
Okay.
But it beat Civil War, which is my favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite too.
That's my favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. I mean, not
Avengers and that, and the
see,
first
I
Iron
love that
Man.
and Deadpool. Deadpool is one of my favorites, but that's Fox, which now Disney is over that now. So maybe we get some.
That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, maybe we get some X-Men added in later, but yeah, it's set. It's doing really well. I mean, it's.
Avengers: Age of Ultron did 27.6.
See, that's a shock. Well, it's not a shocker, but it is.
Yeah.
Because the hype from Avengers 1, I'm sure everybody went into Avengers 2, but Avengers 2 to me was a little bit of a letdown. It was just anticlimactic. It wasn't the boss or villain. The villain was not great.
I felt like I could have watched it. I'm glad I watched it. It was fun watching it while I was watching it. But I felt like it did nothing.
No, it could have just
been an Iron Man
movie.
Yeah.
Like, that really could have just been, not Avengers, that could have been Iron Man. It was Ultron.
Yeah.
Iron Man made him. All this other,
it was filler.
Yeah.
It was like another filler story.
Yeah.
And it was another reason to get all the guys, get the band back together.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that.
But now I'm shocked for Infinity War.
Infinity War, I'm hoping it. I think Iron Man's gonna bite the dust.
But then you add in Guardians of the Galaxy and all that. Man, they're like pulling all the strings on this one. They're bringing everybody together. Thanos, I mean, that's one of the
with them buying all that stuff. What about him? And now it's probably gonna happen in Avengers: Infinity War. But what if they shoehorned like a post-credit scene of Avengers: Infinity War Part 2, the last part of it, and the last scene is of like Hugh Jackman back as X-Men because they're on the rights right now.
Yeah, they got Fox.
So what if
Disney
that was like?
Fox.
What if that's like Hugh Jackman's way, like, I'm back, bitch. You know, that would be fun. I mean, people would like, oh shit,
dude,
if they
threw Wolverine, because Wolverine in the comics and in some of the cartoons, he's joined the Avengers. He's helped them. It would be the shit.
Yeah.
If they would be like, hey man, I know you wanted to be done, but we'll offer you X amount of money if you just come back for this.
Because if you just throw some guy in there,
throw him in there,
and it's Wolverine, you're going to be kind of like, am I going to like this Wolverine or am I not? But if you got Hugh Jackman as like, oh, I'm coming to the
bring
Avengers.
him in as the old Logan style. I mean,
man,
just something. But bring him in. Oh, dude, you are.
Yeah,
you're
I would more
at
rather
least a
see
treat.
something like that rather than I do want to see a Wolverine and Deadpool spin-off type thing. But I would really love to see Wolverine team up with the Avengers. Like, I think that was just, or some of the X-Men, but like Wolverine the most because Hugh Jackman is the shit. He will always be Wolverine.
But keep it under like don't spoil it. Just make it make it a surprise. Don't tell nobody. Don't let it leak.
Don't let it leak.
And all of a sudden we're in the theater and we're watching, and all of a sudden like Captain America's about to get taken out by somebody, and all of a sudden here's Wolverine with like you just see claws go through somebody's head or something. Or well, they wouldn't do that because
they could do it without being bloody.
Yeah,
they did in PG-13.
But just have him like all of a sudden you see claws through her chest, throw it away, and then there he is, boom, Wolverine, and you're just like, holy shit, that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean shit. They did what was it, Days of Future Past? That's how you could bring back something, integrate that with it, and you could bring back Wolverine.
Yeah, because that right there,
because he died in Logan.
Yep. But in those other ones where he's going back in time, so that kind of helped reset some of the story. Like you took away all the shitty X-Men movies.
Well, see, that Days of Future Past got me amped. I was like, okay, we're getting back on track. And then next thing you know, it's like, and then Apocalypse happened, and it's kind of like, And then Logan happened, and I was like, oh, it's over. I have no reason to watch any more X-Men movies.
But they're saying he didn't die in Logan either.
Well, that's his send-off.
Warnings.
That's his send-off as the
that
Wolverine Logan movies goes.
Yeah.
You know.
But they're still saying like, I don't know. I didn't look at the in-scene credits or anything else, but they're saying that there was this like alternate scene or something about his hand coming up, or something, or showing that he's still not quite dead. Like a little hint, or people are reading into something that he's not quite dead.
Logan was
so
great.
Who knows? Yeah, Logan was a great movie, but he's still freaking Wolverine. Like I mean, don't.
Sometimes I wanted more of a I want a superhero movie that's more grounded than I do a superhero movie that's more flashy with a whole bunch of shit going on. Like what's that scene like in Spider-Man 3 where Spider-Man and Venom is falling from the building? And it's all CGI and they're all like hitting each other in the sky and stuff. I'm tired.
Crappy.
Yeah. Just give me a more.
I mean, that's what you got. Yeah, like
make me feel like this
Captain
is happening
America,
in
like Winter Soldier and stuff, where it's a little bit more grounded. It's
felt
not,
like a Terminator movie, you know. Yep. So yeah. What is this? Back in the day, Marvel offered all the superhero movie rights to Sony, but they turned it down, and Sony only wanted Spider-Man, thinking that Spider-Man was the only one that was a great
they said, like, give us
superhero.
$25 million or something, and we'll give you all the rights. It was something about Marvel just got out of bankruptcy. They were broke. They were just trying to survive. And Sony, nope, we just want Spider-Man. So they restructured the deal and got the rights to Spider-Man, which is when they had Tobey Maguire, and did those Spider-Mans. So they had this option. They could have had this whole cinematic universe, but they declined it. Disney picked this stuff up, and now it's one of the greatest selling franchises. Marvel Cinematic Universe makes so much damn money. Like, Disney is a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Marvel, Star Wars, plus the other
honestly,
stuff.
that news right there is a blessing in disguise, because I really think about with Sony doing it. I really think we're getting a better product with Disney.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I think
they would have.
It's in right hands.
I mean, would Sony have really done an Ant-Man? Like, nobody would have done an Ant-Man. Nobody, even when that movie first, I saw that first teaser trailer and stuff, I thought, this is going to suck.
Yeah.
Ant-Man is not a great dominant character, but Paul Rudd.
That's the thing that brought me to it. They had to put Paul Rudd and Kirk Douglas in it to get people to it.
I liked the comedy aspect. I liked the lightheartedness, the funniness. Like, it worked great.
Yeah.
And they got the new one coming out this year.
Even though they had two directors, the director quit on it or got fired or something.
They got Ant-Man and the Wasp that comes out this year.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that. Paul Rudd makes me want to see that movie.
Yeah, Paul Rudd.
What's the other dude? The Mexican.
He was in one of the Halloween movies. Did you know that?
End of Watch guy.
End of Watch guy.
Yeah, the Mexican guy from End of Watch. He's in Ant-Man. He's the buddy.
Oh, Michael Pena.
Yes. Dude,
Oh, I was thinking of Watchmen.
No, End of Watch.
End of Watch. Yeah. Michael Pena. Yeah, he's good.
Man, he was almost probably. I think I almost enjoy the movie better watching his roles than I did mostly even Paul. Like, I love Paul Rudd. He did a great job. But if they had taken that Michael Pena's character out, it would have been totally different. Like, he added something to him and T.I. and then the weird Russian dude. Like, just that trifecta of support characters really helped that movie out. And I hope this new one coming out later this year.
That was the kind of movie that you got to have the right ingredients to make a decent movie from what you're making. Because it was like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with superheroes. Mm-hmm. Which that would be a good remake. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Mm-hmm. So going on to new releases. Actually, after that, I'm gonna do that last. There's some movie news about Kung Fury sequel coming out. You know, everyone already knows that Michael Fassbender's already been signed on to do it. But now...
if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah, if you don't know, now you know. Arnold Schwarzenegger is now signed on to be in Kung Fury. I've never seen Kung Fury. I've heard about it.
I've seen parts of it. I mean, it's a short, just to let everybody know if you haven't heard anything, it's some little short cult thing. It had been on YouTube with David Hasselhoff. And this kind of over the top, what was it, kind of like an 80s action vibe type thing to it.
Yeah, everyone keeps telling me to watch it. Well, not everyone, but, you know, I got some friends that admire it. And I need to check it out. I'm definitely going to check it out now.
But it started as this little short thing that they put online. It wasn't very long. It showed David Hasselhoff, now it's getting a full-fledged movie sequel to this little thing.
Well, I mean, Michael Fassbender is a terrific actor.
Oh,
I mean,
amazing.
The Snowman, I heard nothing but horrible things. I wanted to see it so bad, but now I don't even know if I can. I want
to see it just because of him.
I just want, but I don't even know if I'm even gonna make the leap and watch it just because of so much bad negative things. It's gonna have to be like on Netflix.
Yeah.
Probably for me to actually like just check it out.
Box, just do the DVD. Don't do the Blu-ray. Just dollar it.
Yeah. But so that's really my biggest surprise in this. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I can see him doing a project like this now in his career because he is doing some more straight to DVD movies. Mm-hmm. He's doing more stuff. He's kind of like taking anything that's given to him. I mean, I'm a fan of Arnold. I love him to death.
But I mean, even if just sign on to make that quick $1 million to do a cameo. Like, you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, you can make money off of your name. Like, just do a cameo. And you show up and then I'll be back, and you walk away. Well, boom, you made $1 million just to say your iconic line, and you're done. All right, do it.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's also doing a lot of more B movie-ish stuff. I haven't watched Killing Gunther yet. I heard good things. I heard he's not in it that much, but I want to watch it. He's also in this other movie with Jackie Chan that's coming out, and he's playing some type of general. Arnold Schwarzenegger's playing a general. He's kind of unrecognizable. But it's supposed to be like them two against each other, and I saw like a little trailer of it.
I wonder how that's gonna be.
If you didn't know it was Arnold Schwarzenegger,
it'd be hard to tell.
Yeah, you would have to really look, or you.
Jackie Chan. I want to check out his other movie, The Foreigner.
Yeah, I never got to check that out. I want to check it out. It's out now too on Blu-ray. Yeah. I need to check that out. Black Panther came out this weekend. I still need to check out Maze Runner. Scorched Trials.
See, I haven't. I read the books. I haven't watched the movies. So.
50 Shades Free is finally out. The end of that trilogy is over with. Whether you like it or don't, you know who your target audience is.
Definitely got to go watch it because my wife loved the books. She's into those movies, and all I can say, I'll probably end up going to watch it with her in theaters because that is something she really likes, and I enjoy the night after us watching that movie. I'll just leave it at that.
What happens?
Well, that's for me to know.
Can we get it on camera?
Find out.
No, I don't want to see this shit.
But yeah,
you broken my camera.
You're married, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Go watch that movie because you'll enjoy what comes after when you get home.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. Well, if the movie brings that to the table, then I guess I'm gonna watch it too. Anyways, so new releases. I think last week we got Only the Brave and Victor Crowley. Only the Brave, great movie. I know I've talked about it before.
I have not
check this
finished
movie.
it, but it is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got some big hitters in this stuff. I mean, you got Josh Brolin. You've got Miles
Jennifer
Teller.
Connelly.
Yes.
Jennifer Connelly is a beautiful actress.
Oh, John Carter, dude.
Taylor
Kitsch.
Kitsch, yeah. He lost a lot of weight for this, but I think he was on the way
I think
to
he
make.
was doing that and the Waco.
Yep.
Because Waco, he lost a crap load of weight for.
Yes, that's what he was in. He was in the process.
He does
of doing.
good. He does good in Only the Brave. He's an asshole in the beginning, but he does really well. For unforeseen circumstances, I had to stop halfway through the movie, so I've not finished it. But I have been
Jeff Bridges
chewing at the bit to finish this movie and just have not had time because it is so good.
Yeah, terrific movie, great movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. If you're not gonna buy it and add it to your collection, you should be
Redbox
ashamed of yourself. It's a great true story. These guys are heroes, and it makes me appreciate my life and my job more after I see what these guys went through and the outcome of what happens.
If you don't have the, like I said, you don't have the money to buy the movie, Redbox has it.
It's on Redbox.
Go Redbox it.
It's on Redbox.
See it for yourself, because I already know I want to buy this movie, and I've only watched half of it.
Yeah.
So at least go spend that money at Redbox, watch it. You're gonna want to.
Josh Brolin's my boy, and he's playing Thanos.
Yep.
Yeah. So, anyways, the other movie came out, Victor Crowley. It's the 4th film in the Hatchet franchise. I got Hatchet 1 and 2. I need to get 3. I've only seen 3 once. If you're into that type of stuff, it is B-movie horror slasher in the vein of Friday the 13th. It's low budget a little bit. Adam Green does what he can with it. Great director. I love what he's doing. He's a horror fan making horror movies.
I have no idea about this.
I'll let you borrow them if you want to. Just it does have its.
Is it over here somewhere?
Cheese, yeah, it's over there somewhere. It's like right over there by Mimic. Yeah, so Hatchet. Victor Crowley's out. It's got the character. What's his name from Impractical Jokers is in it. And basically, I heard Adam Green state that you need to stay till after the credits. Stay till after the credits because something's there. I haven't watched the whole entire film. Honestly, I appreciate everything Adam Green does. It's just I want these movies to be just a little bit better. I mean, that's just me. I appreciate for what they are. They're good. I see where he's going with it, but yeah, I mean, Kane Hodder playing Victor Crowley. You know, he played probably the best version of Jason throughout the films. But it's good. It's got great death scenes, over the top, bloody, gory death scenes. If you haven't
that's a Jason dude.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. He played Jason.
He was like the iconic Jason.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the one that they mimicked most of the Jasons out of the video game from. He's the version.
He's the
Victor
guy
Brown.
in these.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they also have like other horror icons that pop up in and out, you know, throughout the series. It's good. It's a good comedy horror.
Okay.
And
better than Cabin in the Woods. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of the new Cabin in the Woods.
I like Cabin in the Woods. It's different. It's not like Cabin in the Woods. It's different than Cabin in the Woods. This is more like over the top. Like I'm gonna rip your jaw off. Blood's gonna go everywhere.
Oh,
okay. Tits. Just goofy. It's like the first one I think takes place in like Mardi Gras, and they decide to do a ghost tour down in Louisiana, and they break down, and then they hear the story about old Victor Crowley out in the woods, and the next thing you know they're getting killed.
Oh, okay.
It's just
I'll check it out.
Yeah. Check them out. 3's out. I've yet to find it on Blu-ray. I need to look on Amazon or something. But Victor Crowley's out right now for like $11.99, $12.99 at your local Best Buy. So add it to your collection if you're into that. You know the target audience whenever you get into it. He also did Frozen, not the Disney movie, but the one where they're like on the ski lift and they get shut down and
they get stuck up there all day or all night.
Adam Green did that. That was a good film. That was a more serious film other than Hatchet. But yeah. What came out this week was Bad Moms Christmas. Came out this week. Haven't seen Bad Moms Christmas. I heard it's a pretty decent sequel compared to Bad Moms. I saw Bad Moms. I liked it. It had its moments and stuff like that. I have a thing about like in certain comedy movies whenever they try to get like kids, like little kids, and say vulgar or cussing things. That kind of rubs me the wrong way because I'm a dad. because I'm kind of like, oh, you're just doing this for shock value because this kid just said something.
Yeah, you get a 5-year-old to say fuck, and it's like, well, yeah, it's a movie, but you still had that 5-year-old say that word. Like,
yeah, it's like you rehearsed this kid to say this vulgar line, and it's kind of like, you know, it just...
It could have been done without.
It could work if it was just kind of like on the fly and something happened and it just happened randomly. It could be kind of like a laugh out, like, oh, I can't believe
that in the movie.
Yeah.
But not to rehearse it.
Yeah, whenever you can tell that it was kind of like, oh no, say these lines.
It was forced.
Yeah.
You need to say this. Let's keep...
That's
so
the only thing that turns...
20 times before we get the good take to put in, whereas this kid let it slip.
Yeah, that's the only thing that that turns me off about stuff like that. But I don't know, I haven't seen Bad Moms Christmas yet, so I can't judge it. Let me know in the comment section below if it's any good. I'm going to check it out. I might rent it today. So Mila Kunis sells that movie just like she does Jim Beam. That's all I got to say. Yep. And now I got to go buy some Jim Beam.
I apologize to my wife beforehand I say this, but Mila Kunis is hot as shit.
Yep.
Like, I mean, oh, well, shit's not hot, but she is hot.
Your shit's hot after you drink Jim Beam.
Yeah.
So, especially the Devil's Cut. Anyways, that's us, Destination Station. Hope you like movie talk, game talk. That's us for this week. See us back on next Friday. I'll have another video up this week. I think I'm going to do a Steelbook update. I've been meaning to do that for some months now, but I think I got enough, you know, I haven't done one in like 2 years. So I'm going to do a Steelbook update and just have all my Steelbooks and show them off to you guys. But yeah, be looking out for our next video for what's brewing next Friday. See you guys next time. Peace.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, you didn't even cheers me. Look at that. Look at that.
Cheers, man. I'm drunk.